Well, hello to Passpartout, the Starving Artist. I am back here playing Passpartout, and this is a game about us being a French starving artist, painting away our little hearts on a shitty MS Paint sort of deal. Anyway, let's go ahead and just get started. See how creative and artistic I can be, considering that I have no artistic skills whatsoever. You know what Bob Ross is always into? He's always into those landscape paintings. And you know what? Why don't we do a landscape painting? So I think we're gonna gotta start with a base color, of course. Just kind of paint the sky, maybe paint the background. We'll layer paint over that. So I think we get the biggest brush we can. We just paint it this kind of goldish yellow here, right? That'll be a nice backdrop. You know, I think we're gonna go for a bit of a green, because it is a landscape, so I think we're expecting some grass, you know, kind of down at the bottom half. That might be a little too much green. Why don't we cut back on that a little bit? That's okay. We can always edit things. Now why don't we paint ourselves a happy little mountain? Why don't we do that? So we go, just drag it down here. You know what? That's probably a little too big, isn't it? Let's redo that. Okay. We'll start a little bit smaller. How about that? We won't go all the way to the top. We'll start like right down here. There we go. We'll bring it back this way. Perfect. Fill it in. Fill it in. Probably go a little bit steeper, more like a triangle and less like a weird abomination. Okay, there we go. I think that's the start of our mountain. And what I know all good artists do is some shading. Especially that Bob Ross mountain shading. Let's get that kind of snowy, that lighter side up here. Yeah, look at that. That looks pretty nice, doesn't it? That's where the sun's coming in. Sun's coming in from the right, isn't it? All right, let's kind of make the grass, I guess. That seems a little too bright. Well, the sun is over on that side. Ooh, that's a tough choice, isn't it? We'll fill it in like right about there. Okay, I think we make, since the sun's coming over here, we're gonna make this part a little bit brighter, aren't we? You know, just kind of get the same flow as the mountain. There we go. Look at that beautiful curve. All right. Now, why don't we paint ourselves a happy little tree? How about a happy little tree? Where do we want this tree? I think we want it like right in the center here. That's too thick. That's too thick. Unfortunately, there's no undo button in painting, so all we get is repainting over it to the best of our ability here. Okay, get it back in. Let's make it smaller. You know what's probably easier? Why don't we paint the leaves first? We'll get kind of get it going. Why don't we make it like this color? Oh god, that seems way too bright to me. Way too bright green. I'll make the top of the branches just a little bit greener though, right? Because that's where the sun's coming in. Man, our colors are really limited here. Alright. Now we gotta make this side kind of dark as well. Because the tree's gotta be even. That's not where the sun's coming in. Look at that abomination of a pine tree. That's perfect. That's the way it is. Alright. Now why don't we do another Bob Ross trade secret? We get a little lake over here. How about that? What about a foreground lake? I like the idea of that. So go like, what color? We've got light blue. We've got a various assortment of blues. Get some. What's the darkest blue? Is this kind of like a darker blue? That's kind of darker. I want the lighter blue in the sun over here. Lighter blue in the sun. There we go. Darker blue. Darker blue in the shade. Okay, and how do we want this to flow? I think that looks like a lake. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. Really looks like the sun is coming in. Okay. Okay, now we gotta get a happy little bank, right? Like, I don't know, brown is a good color. Can we get like another dark brown? Kind of a happy little, and then it gets suddenly lighter over here. The sun is really bright, or we're in a very deep shadow. It's kind of hard to tell. Speaking of that, this side should also probably be brighter on the tree, wouldn't it? Because it's in the light a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful shading. I'm an expert. Alright. We're gonna get some rocks, I guess. Not a lot of colors for rocks, are there? You know what? We're gonna avoid the rocks since we only have one color gray. Alright, I think this is a pretty good painting. Look at this beautiful landscape. We've got the golden sky with the sun rising over the edge of the painting. Kind of lighting up half of it. Beautiful. Looking fantastic. Let's put this on the market. Where's the best light for this painting? It's gotta be like right there, right? Oh yeah. Alright. What should we name it now? We're gonna name it Bob. Should we name it? We gotta name it after Bob Ross. Bob Ross is a legend, a hero, and he will be sorely missed, despite the fact that it's been 22 years and since he died. Okay, so Benjamin the baguette salesman would like to purchase our painting for 146. Now we could bargain with him to get it up. You know what? It's not even worth it. This is a fine painting worth more than that. All right, so we're spending $80 a week. And we have 170 in cash. We may have to sell this eventually. Why don't we go ahead and get started on another painting? Now, is George R.R. Martin going to go ahead and look at the painting? 144, that's better. That's better. Let's see if we can bargain. 155, do we stop there? Do we press our luck? Press our luck. Big money, no whammies. Oh, look at that, no whammy. I'll let George R.R. Martin have that painting for 166. 164, excuse me. You know, I'm feeling like we got a lot of blues in here. That's probably our best selection of colors. Why don't we go for a kind of a blue painting? Just blue, really. Why don't we start with like the darkest blue we have? Just get that as the background. Okay. Now how do we want to get this to work? You know what I'm thinking? I think we do a waterfall scenario where we do have to have a different color blue though. Get the light. So why don't we kind of create the outline for where the edge of the rocks are? You feel me? Like this will be the top of the waterfall. Probably cut that back a little bit, but I still want it to have those more rounded edges. Okay. Hey, that's looking okay. What color blue do we want? I think. Oh, that's way too blue for this. Let's, what about this color blue? That looks okay, as the water's falling off. There we go. Okay, so the water's falling off, but then it turns into a different color blue, because the sun's not shining on it when it's falling down the waterfall, is it? It's gonna turn into the beautiful river. Beautiful river, okay? That's what happens. We're gonna get the edge of this to be kind of brown. Can we get this to be a darker brown? No, there's only a lighter brown. I guess this is gonna be the lighter brown side. Or would it? Would that be the dark brown side? I don't know where the sun's coming from yet. Why don't we work on that thought? Okay, beautiful, beautiful. All right. You know what? We're gonna add some accents to this. Just some tiny white streaks down the waterfall, because it's falling, right? And that's how you designate falling. And then there's a big splash at the bottom. Okay, great. And we kind of got to differentiate the colors on the sides here. We still got quite a few blues to go. Have we used this blue? We have not used that blue. We've already used that blue. Have we used this blue? We have not used that blue. Have we used that blue? I think we've used that blue, but we haven't used that blue. So we got 3 blues left. I'm thinking that one looks the best for the sides of the waterfall. Breaking news, video game about painting causes violent behavior in teenagers. Oh my god, I'm gonna go just do bad things after this. Even though I'm not a teenager, so I guess I'm safe. Okay, now what color do we want for the bottom? I think it should be lighter than the... Not that light, because that's the color of the water. We can make it this color. It's a very blue painting if you haven't noticed. Alright, I think this painting is looking pretty fine if I do say so myself. Got kind of a nice variety of blues. Why don't we put this one on the market? Let's put it up here. Where do we want to put it? Why don't we put it back in the same place? Love the lighting. Looks beautiful. Looks beautiful. Alright. What are we going to call it? We're going to call it... We're just going to be simple with our naming conventions. Waterfall. I'm not a creative person when it comes to naming. That's a thing. Okay. Okay, how are we doing on expenses? Oh, we made 84 money last week. We've got more bills inbound though. We gotta keep cranking out the paintings. Then we're gonna buy our painting. Mr. Baguette Man wants 118 for it. I'm feeling a little bit like Benjamin the Baguette salesman doesn't care about how much effort we put into our paintings. I want to go to a true artist like George R.R. Martin. Well, why don't we go ahead and just get started while that one tries to go for sale. Alright, what do we want to do this time? What do we want to do this time? Thinking, what if we did like a shitty portrait, right? We gotta use some odd colors. I think we need some odder colors in here. We do have a punk lady that just showed up, so let's get some odd colors up in here. We're gonna get a dark purple background. Now what contrast? Well, shut up, Maggie. You lack energy, jerk. Okay, what's a very contrasting color to purple? Now, I don't have my color wheel with me. But something says green is pretty opposite of purple. So what if we go like a that contrast very, very hard. You also lack energy, Synth. Everybody here lacks energy. Okay, I'm making a nice circle. Why? I have no idea. Okay, how do we want to do this? Why don't we have... Okay, this person's... Well, you know what's easiest? Starting with the hair, because hair is very easy to paint. So I'm going to have it kind of at an angle here. So this person's going to have flaming red hair to contrast with the purple. Oh, George R.R. Martin's on 238? You know what? I'm not even going to bargain with you for that. It's a fantastic value, George R.R. Martin. Thank you so much. What? You've unlocked a new tool. Craftsmanship, Passpartout's way of interpreting new ideas, has become a hot topic for many amateur art critics. Oh, that's fantastic news. And it looks like we have a spray paint tool. I don't think that's going to work on this painting, and I've probably just destroyed my painting, so that was a mistake. Mistakes were so grievously made here. Let's try to rectify this situation by just deleting everything. Good God. Cut it on the back. Okay, there we go. We'll get out the red hair again. Tornado? Oh, tornado needs somebody. Who cares, though? It's just a tornado, right? Okay. Glowing red. Fire hair. Fuego. How far does hair grow and what hairstyle is this? I have no idea. This looks very weird, though, doesn't it? Alright, we need another contrasting color here. Why don't we get some, like, fucking green weirdo eyes? And we'll fill them in with a light blue in the middle. Because this person's now a reptile, if you didn't notice. What the hell is going on? Since we've decided this person is now a reptile, let's make him full reptile. They've got fangs. I know. Where do I go from here? Because this is like super weird. For one, if you didn't notice, does anybody know how to draw an ear? Because I do not. Or a cloaca. Don't know that either. Does that look like an ear? No, it just looks like we gave her a weird side tattoo. Yeah, that's pretty bizarre. I think this person just has a lot of reptile face paint. There's a very dedicated cosplayer going on here. Now what about the body? What can we do to make this look at all like a reptile? I think we gotta go... I think we gotta go for pink. Now, you may be asking what the hell, that looks horrible, and I would agree with you. Unfortunately, I don't think we have much other choice. This all looks horrible. Oh God. It's just a ghost of a green lizard person. What the fuck is this? It kind of looks like they're wearing a shirt now. What if we add some accent lines to this shirt? Like, this is the collar. That is way too thick for a collar, but whatever. You know, okay. There's the collar. And here are some buttons. Button boys. Okay, this person's now has no arms, first of all, but that's okay. Okay, now this is the edge there. Now, well, we gotta make her hands green, because she is a reptile. Probably the same color as her face, right? So we'll just kind of get a general hand shape going on here. It's a very small hand, isn't it? There we go. Okay. Now what does a reptile's hand look like? I don't know. I feel like that doesn't come up in everyday conversation. So she's just we're just gonna give her some black claws out here, cause now she's Wolverine. She has her hand in her fist and she's Wolverine. All right, good painting, everybody. Let's finish off these accent lines. What the fuck did I draw? Okay, put it up for sale. What the hell is this? Lizard Wolverine. There we go. Well, so we do have a spray paint tool now. We could make like a Banksy, right? Because obviously I have as much artistic talent as that man. The choice of color is too fucking radical. Who knew? Alright. Oh man, that's like some good sand texture, isn't it? Oh my goodness, look at that. It's like all sandy and shit. Alright, my scroll wheel is very slow. What goes with that sand? I think we make like a desert landscape out of this, right? Cause there we go. Bad colors. Fuck your colors. It seems a little too dark. Why don't we? There we go. Really just kind of mix in the colors there. Look at that. This is a swarm of locusts, if you didn't notice. Okay. Stick with me here. Stick with me. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, okay? Okay, we'll make it a little more brighter up at the top, because that's where the sun is, I think. If you didn't notice, this is a landscape painting, okay? Now, I've just decided that about 5 seconds ago, so you may have not noticed that, but it is now. Let's get it darker down here. Look at that. Look at this beautiful fucking painting. Look at that. Is that good? Does that look like a landscape covered by a swarm of locusts in the deserts of Saudi Arabia? Maybe. Maybe. And I think that's what we're going for, so there it is. We're gonna name it Locust Swarm. Okay, great painting. Oh, originality. Oh, oui. Benjamin? Can we siphon you for more money? Oh, we can. I think $77 for a spray paint can is pretty value, isn't it? Okay, you know what? Sometimes if you're creative, you just need to make a bunch of random shapes with colors, and then see where it comes out, okay? Oh, I know exactly where this is going, don't I? Okay, we can work with this. So this is a red painting. This is going to be a critique on society. Do you hear me out there? Critique, okay? There we go. That's a cliff. That's a cliff right there. Alright. Now, what color do we want to make the person who's about to jump off the cliff? That's right, you heard me. Critique on goddamn society. Do we want the lizard lady jumping off the cliff because no one will buy the painting? I would, but I don't have the time for that shit. It's way too much effort to recreate that. Okay, this is gonna be an action painting, okay? So I don't know what that really means. I think I just heard it once, so It's gonna be... There's somebody jumping off a cliff. There they go. It's like society just doesn't understand that we all want to jump off a cliff. Alright, so this is my critique on society of why capitalism is bad. Yeah, you heard me right. And that's why it's red, because we should all be communist? I don't know. I'm not much of a critique on society either, nor a painter. I'm just here to do taxes. Alright, we're gonna name this the Fall of Capitalism. Fuck me, I don't know how to spell capitalism. I'll be back in a second. Alright, turns out I was right. Thank you, phone, for teaching me how to spell capitalism. Alright. Whoa! Benjamin the baguette salesman wants to buy this painting for 201, 213. Fucking take it, Benjamin. Benjamin, you're a real thug in my book. Man, I just sold Lizard Wolverine for 213 euros. What? Maggie wants to buy it? 115? Go higher. 121, Maggie. Alright, here we go. We gotta crank out another one. Oh god, the pressure's getting to me. What do we want to make? Color! And then we're gonna spray paint some other color mechanism. Okay, okay, here's the idea of this one now. I've just come up with it on the fly. We're gonna mix every color together in spray paint. Just quick blotches. Here we go. Keep going. We gotta get through every color here. This is a true masterpiece right here. You may be thinking, God, this looks like a horrendous mess. Oh, but I tell you, no, good viewer. This is art right here. And this is why I'm moving to Paris. You heard me right now. Moving to Paris, becoming an artist. There we go. Alright, beautiful painting. Good work, everybody. Shut it down. And what do we call this? I think we call this Pixel Perfect. There we go, because it looks like pixels, because it's a bunch of garbage. What if we make something going into the distance here? Get the brown out. Okay, now this is something I learned in elementary art class, okay? You want to know how you make things go into the distance? You make it bigger at the start, and smaller towards the end. Look at that horrendous... What the fuck is that? Okay, get rid of it. That's not what I wanted. Alright. There's a road, and the roads in America have yellow lines in them. Those do not get smaller, however. That is something I need to change. That's ruining the perspective of the painting, isn't it? Yeah, get some red in there. Get some... all those beautiful sunset sky colors, like red and orange and yellow. There we go. This is looking fuego, isn't it? Yeah, fuego. Fuego, get that red back in there. We need more red. We need more brown. No, we don't. We don't need brown. We need that color. We need that color. Okay, this looks like we're just driving into a bunch of worms. It's a worm party. We're driving into a worm party now. You know what? We gotta get a tree. That's a wrong color. Gotta get a tree. This tree is all fucked up, okay? This tree's scraggled, it's screwed up, it's had a bad life. It's dead. The tree is fucking dead because the worm army tore it apart, okay? Did the worm army mean to do it? Who knows? This has one gigantic single leaf though, because that's the beginning of a new life. One gigantic leaf. Okay, did you get that? Did you get the metaphor? There we go. Man, there's so much meaning in this painting. You just gotta look deep into your heart to be able to see it. Okay. Are you looking into your heart yet? Because you should be. Otherwise you can't appreciate this fucking masterpiece, okay? Fucking worms. Man. You guys ever look back on life and wonder why the worms had to do this to us? Worm apocalypse. There we go. Man. Why don't we do something with just fewer colors? Fewer colors, okay? I think we do 4 colors at most. Oh, fresh like a morning baguette. Good sir, Benjamin. He went up in price. Yes. We're selling the worm apocalypse to Benjamin. Now hopefully he comes back and buys that other piece of shit we drew. Alright, 4 colors. Background, gray. That's 1 color. Okay, now what 3 colors do we want to do? Do we want them contrasting or do we want them similar? I think we go purple. Okay, we're gonna go with another portrait. So this is a purple person. Okay, you know what? This painting has suddenly turned into a critique on life. You want to know how? Oh wait, yeah, Benjamin, you can take that piece of shit for any amount of money, really. Okay, here we go. This is a critique. The dark side, it's a sad face, but then it turns into a happy face. Do you see that? Because they're gonna be really mad on this side of the painting because it's not lit. There's no light here. We'll get that. We'll make the gray reappear here as the eyeballs. That's an abomination. I'm terrible at this fucking job, man. This dude is so goddamn smug and angry all at the same time. Okay, that's the bottom of his little ruffled skirt. If you can see that, look at this beautiful fucking painting. Now the background is pretty bland, but with only 4 colors, we don't have a whole lot of options. It's not like we can make it lighter gray on one side. Kind of gives it that illusion, though, if you kind of draw your face over here. All right, well this is certainly a painting that we made. Why don't we go ahead and put this one up for sale? We'll call it the Purple Menace. Man, I'm having a hard time coming up with anything. What if we just put out a blank white piece of paper? Do you think they'd go for that? Okay, well, what if we made a like a black, white, and gray painting here? That's not a bad idea. We're gonna try to make half of it, or at least like kind of half of it gray here. And the other half of it's gonna be black. Okay, so I'd like to explain this one if I could. I can't really, but let me go through the process of how this evolved. So it was a sock puppet, or it was a mouth and then it was a sock puppet, and now it's just like a weird ghost fish. So after I was like, man, this is like a weird ghost fish, I just started drawing a bunch of fish. You know what? Why don't we add some gray fish over here too? You know, we can't exclude the fish races. So I don't know what the fuck is happening in this painting. There's just a weird fucking fish ghost. What the fuck happened to this one? This one's pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. This one makes literally no sense whatsoever. This fish is upside down or vertical or some shit. There we go. Fish. So this is probably the worst painting I've ever made in my life. This is fish mole. Okay, call it a day. Got some green down here. Why don't we go for some like rolling hills? There we go. And then we're gonna have some medium colored rolling hills coming up the back here. Okay, so this is some weird layered shit. Now I think we gotta go for the same effect we had before with the sky. It kind of needs a background color though, doesn't it? What's a good background color for a sky? It's like all too bright. I think if we just layer it enough with enough colors, I think it'll turn out all right. There we go. That's looking pretty crazy. I think we get a sun, like a very solid sun here. Okay, and that's casting a glow. It's casting a glow down on this thing. Big tree that covers kind of the foreground there, and then we'll have a smaller tree that comes up here, because it's further back, so it's smaller. And then we're gonna have a really small tree back here that's very light because it's in the sun. So the sun has literally decided to like impact on Earth. That's why it's so big and on fire. So it's like burning away all the colors. Okay, and then we'll get that as light as possible. There we go. Alright, I think this is a painting. We're just gonna name this one Perspective. Oop. Okay. Is that one gonna sell? Who knows? Wow. Maggie wants to buy it for 238. 228? 265. There we go. Sometimes it just takes enough persistence to get them up to that money. Some say that passion and creativity of Passpartout is the hottest new thing on the street right now. Damn straight it is. And I think that's where we'll leave it off with my incredible creativity and passion for this artistry thing we got going on. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed some of my paintings. I hope they aren't like giving you cancer in your eyes because of how terrible they are. So, you know, I think I'd consider that a victory. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.